It's another Saturday night, girls out, and we're coming to you live, well, when we're filming it now, from Beverly Hills, and I'm with my best friend, Dina.
Hello.
Hello. Pick up on your cue, Dina.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry, I'm doing kind of guerrilla video making here.
Driving here.
She's driving. Anyway, we're going to a friend of mine's party. They do this every year. They're called color parties. And they have them, and so last year there was a lavender party, this is actually the first color party that Dina gets to go to. So last year everyone dressed in lavender, and then 2 years before that there was a bumblebee party, so everyone dressed like bumblebees. And tonight we are going to a sunset party where we all dress like the color of sunset. So anyway, we are going there, but we discovered this crazy thing on the way to the movies in West LA, because we were driving through this neighborhood that reminded us of this lady that we know here called Miss Pamela. She did a tour. She does this rock and roll tour where she takes you all along Sunset Strip and she takes you to Laurel Canyon, and she's basically known for being a groupie she was like the world's first, not really professional groupie, because that would make her sound like a paid prostitute, although some people argued that she kind of is a prostitute, which I can see both sides. Like, I can see, that, yeah, it's not maybe the best thing you should be known for, but she does a lot of other things too. Like, she's a really amazing writer. But anyway, she wrote this story.
Well, and that was all in her distant past.
Right. And she's not like that anymore. Like, she actually hasn't had a relationship in a really long time. But she is a really amazing writer, and she wrote the book I'm With the Band, which is so weird because in the 80s, Ali Sheedy was supposed to play her, and then that movie never got off the ground, and they never got that movie off the ground. So that was really weird. But we were driving to go see Crazy Rich Asians. You guys should see it. Well, if you like romantic comedies. If you don't, then you wouldn't like this. But anyway, it was just unique and different because it explores a slightly different topic, although a bit predictable, but the ending had a kind of a good line in it. Anyway, I feel like I'm blabbing and you're just being silent, and I feel like I'm being so rude. She's driving, I know. I feel like I'm being such a chatterbox. But then again, she doesn't know quite where I'm going with this video, but she'll chime in when she's getting ready. So anyway, we had this really we started having this conversation, and I said, this neighborhood looks like Miss Pamela's neighborhood, because Dina and I, a few years ago, we had taken a tour, and it basically took us to all the places that Miss Pamela frequented when she was in her heyday in the 60s. And the weird thing about it was that it was taking place in the 2000s, or no, was it 2000? No, I think it was 2013. It was taking place in 2013, but it had this really weird overlay of the 60s. When she talked about everything 60s, she was like, this is the apartment where, what was it, when she was dating Jimmy Page or something?
Yes.
And she was like, oh no, I'm not going to get to go on that tour. And then he called her on her red phone and everything, and it was just, I was seeing it, and we went to the apartment where this all happened, and wasn't there like some people, weren't they shooting a reality show in front of that apartment?
I think there were people there who were, essentially it was like an Airbnb place.
Oh,
so
okay.
There were people who were vacationing and staying in what used to be her apartment, and so she said, can we come in and just show everybody around for a minute? She said who she was and why she was interested. She used to live there and everything. They were like, sure, it's not our place. Come on in. So she did.
Pamela DeMar.
We just paraded through, and she told us like where her bedroom was and where.
But I don't remember going in. I remember just her and Kip going in. I don't remember.
A few of us went in. Yeah.
I don't remember going in. Oh my God.
I know if you went in, because some people did stay out. Not all of us went in.
I would think I would have gone in. I'm very enterprising when it comes to that thing. And I thought I remembered you standing with me, which is really weird. And we were just talking to the people. They were like having a barbecue and drinking beers in front of this place. But I felt like I was back in the 60s, and I felt like the anguish of waiting for Jimmy Page's call. Who is honking at us? We cannot go. Oh, well, we could have gone.
No, we couldn't.
Well, he couldn't have gone. Okay, I'm a little slow in the uptake today. I couldn't hear half the lines in the movie, and I kept having to lean over to you saying, what did he just say? Why is everybody laughing? And it was always on the funny ones, and I just felt like such an old lady because I couldn't hear it.
Usually movies are too loud.
Well, what? No, I'm just kidding. No, it was loud enough. No, because when you're going deaf, it's like, from what I understand, you can hear it just fine. Like, you can hear that noise is going on, but everything sounds garbled. Mm-hmm. It's like one time my dad got up in church.
In the background or something.
Right. Well, my dad got up in church once when we used to be church-going folk. We're not anymore. Sorry if that offends anybody. But anyway, that's another video for another time. And he got up there and he started reciting something from the Bible in Danish, which was hilarious. And all these old ladies like started turning up their hearing aids.
Oh,
no. They were just like...
I thought they just couldn't hear it.
They just thought they were like going another level of deaf. And Danish actually kind of sounds like English in its accent.
It does.
It just sounds a little garbled.
Especially if your dad was speaking it, you know.
Actually, no, he has a very good...
I'm sure he has a good accent, but what I mean is they're used to hearing his voice, right? So
right.
They would assume that he's speaking English.
Especially if they didn't catch that he was going to say it in Danish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, that's what I love about you, because you always have a different perspective of what I just said. I'm like, no, because they would have. And then you're like, no, because they know your dad's voice. Anyway, getting totally off topic, but we were driving through this neighborhood, and I said to Dina, because we had just taken, well, no, I was referring back to when we had just taken the tour in 2013. I said, this neighborhood that we're driving through looks like Miss Pamela's neighborhood. And you're like, it does. And I go, what do you mean? We never went to a Miss Pamela party together. I went to 2 and you were never available.
I went to the second one.
And I do not remember that. And the thing of it is, too, is like, I would think I would have asked you.
You did ask me. And that's why
I don't remember. No, of course I asked you to go, but I would think if you had gone to a Miss Pamela party without me, I would have asked you what it was like.
No, you asked me to both. That's what I'm saying. So you're saying you went twice.
Yes.
You asked me to both. The first
one
I couldn't go, and the second one I could.
Oh my God. See, that's where, okay. I thought you were saying you went to the second one without me.
No, well, you said you didn't go with me, so then I was like, well,
right.
I went. I thought you were with me.
Equally frustrating misunderstanding, because here's the thing. I went with that chick Nikki to both of them. I remember you saying both times you couldn't go.
Right, but Nikki was there when I went too.
Oh my God. Well, I would have had pictures. I remember distinctly taking pictures of both. I'm going to go on Facebook. No, I don't have to look them up because I know you weren't there. I remember everything about you. And then during the movie, I got this really weird image in my head of you telling me you remember the time we went to Hawaii, and I had to tell you I never went to Hawaii. And
yeah, you and I did not go to Hawaii together.
And I've still never been to Hawaii. And then that third thing in the movie I didn't hear was the Michelin stars?
Oh, yeah.
That restaurants get Michelin stars?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh my gosh, Jen, everybody knows about Michelin.
No, I've never. I know of Zagat.
No, Michelin is, I think it's a French standard, which is why you really should know about it.
It's the Michelin. I just think of a Michelin man with a bunch of stars next to him. It's a tire company. Like, I would think car companies could get Michelin stars, but not restaurants.
Well, you've never heard of
What are they doing, eating rubber tires? Jeez Louise. That doesn't speak too much. That doesn't make me want to eat there. And when I think of the Michelin man, I think of the food tasting like rubber.
It's got nothing to do with that company.
Anyway, so if you guys have heard, oh jeez, we just passed an older dude, and I was like so afraid, like I was like, whoa, the car is going off course, and we were passing an older gentleman. Sorry, sir. If you guys have ever heard of Michelin stars, I've never heard of them. I'm gonna have to look those up. That's just so weird because I'm a foodie, just like you're a foodie.
Yeah, that's why I can't believe that you haven't heard of it.
No. And you, do you ever remember telling me, oh, that restaurant got a bunch of Michelin stars? Do we use it in America?
Yes, we use it. But all of the Michelin star restaurants are super expensive, so we don't go to those.
Why would you name a star after food, after a rubber tire company?
I think it's after some rich French guy or something.
Michelin doesn't even sound like a French name.
That's how we say it, but I'm sure for them it's Michelin.
German maybe, but Michelin. Anyway, and then when we got out of the car to go to the movie, you were just like, I had like what, 1/3 like coffee in my Starbucks cup, and you were so hilarious. You were like, you know, you can't take that in. And I'm like,
no, I said, are you going to take that in? Because you keep it sometimes in your cooler thing. I didn't know if you were going to put it in the trunk in your cooler, or if you were going to take it with you.
Oh, well, even still, I made a joke because I was like, no, in this universe, I know that you cannot take coffee into the movies. Sorry for misquoting you. Okay. I'm really not trying to embarrass her. I'm trying to just be a dork. annoyed though.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I am losing my hearing, so please forgive. Just forgive
all
me.
good.
And then I said, like an idiot, I was like, wait, you are paying attention to where we're parking. Because I was worried. I was like, I didn't want it to end up like a Seinfeld episode and then like us not have, I have to go back. So I'm like, you do remember in this universe, you do check your parking area. So
That's right.
anyway, that was weird. Michelin stars, you guys. So just let me know if you've heard of Michelin stars and if you've ever had any experiences where you and your friend, where your friend swears she went to a party with you and you never did because you were feeling lonely for her and she wasn't there. Anyway, that's about all. Peace out from downtown Beverly Hills and the shop called Pulp, which is new and I probably don't want to know what it's about. All right, peace out.